Whenever we're teaching quizzing in Storyline and we come to the section where we're talking about some of the question options and we demonstrate the multiple attempts, most often we get this question. So let me just show you what it would look like if you did not get this correct. And if you've been in Storyline, you're familiar with how the try again works. It actually is creating a new layer. So if I choose the items that aren't correct here, and I hit submit, I get to try again. And the question we often get is when they hit try again here, they want this to reset to where these items are unchecked. So let's talk about a couple of ways you might consider doing that. One of them, is the simple one in some ways and complicated in another, is when you get to the try again layer, there is a trigger on the try again button that's just saying hide this layer. Well, you could very easily add an additional trigger to that or change this trigger. Either way works. So if I added a new trigger to say jump to slide instead of hide layer, and then I choose this slide, the one that I'm currently on, when the user clicks try again, if I were to use that, and then come down to the slide properties, and make sure that the slide properties are set to, when revisiting, reset to initial state. That's one solution. Now there's a challenge with that solution. I'll show it to you here in just a second. So right now, the way it would work is I make my choices, I hit submit, I get it incorrect. When I hit try again, everything resets and I can make choices. What you will notice though, because we reset this slide, when I hit submit, I can try again. Even though I'd only given them two choices, 2 attempts, for example, they can have unlimited attempts because we have set this up to reset each time. So that counter that's counting their attempts is getting reset back to 0 as well. And that's hidden under the hood for us, so we're not really able to access that. So the best solution, if you don't really care about it, this is a really easy solution. One of the things that some people would do now is come in and add variables to do their own slide count that doesn't reset, because if you create your own variable, it's not going to get reset whenever you do a slide reset. But there is another solution I'll show you real quick that you might want to consider. In this particular case, I might just come into the try again button, and instead of changing this, add an additional set of triggers. So for example, I could say new trigger, and then when you hit try again, we're going to change the state. And then I have these check boxes that I'll just say change them back to normal when you hit try again. So that's choice A, and I would just copy this and paste it, multiple times and say do choice B, choice C, D, and eventually E. I think that might be all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I typically move this down below so that it's hiding the layer. It really wouldn't matter in this case, but just for my logic, I like for these to fire first. And so now when I play this slide, it looks like this. And I haven't reset the slide properties or anything like that. I'm just saying you make your choices. That's incorrect. I hit submit. I get this try again layer. When I hit try again, these will go back to normal. And now I can make choices again. But you notice this time, this is my second and final attempt. If I hit submit, I don't get the try again layer. I have a continue button, which would take me to the next slide. So we are often asked about resetting a slide. You can use either option you want. This one is a few more triggers that you have to add, but it becomes a little bit easier to use in the long run because you don't have to worry about adding your own variables. If restricting the amount of attempts to 2 or 3 or something is important to you, you might want to consider the state change trigger option.